playoffs have arrived as we kick it off with Game 1 in the East, right here on EA Sports. We're at Wells Fargo Center, where tonight the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Chicago Bulls. Seated next to Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Sixers coming into play. They're rested. They're ready to go. And they'll have home court advantage to begin here in Games 1 and 2.
And I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to this series right here. This is going to be a dogfight. We got a couple of teams that match up very well. I can see this one going to length. Yes, 7 games. That's how even these teams are.
Oh, Ben Simmons. Good start. He's made his first shot.
This guy has posted 12 triple-doubles in his first full rookie year. That's his second most by any rookie in NBA history while leading his team to the Eastern Conference Finals. But how about this? When's the last time we said the most effective player maybe in the league has a glaring weakness? He was 0 of 11 from the three-point line for the entire year, did not make one three-point shot. And how about free throws? He shot 56% from the free throw line. You know who shot better? Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan. But with all that being said, this young man still finds himself in a position to be one of the most dominant players in NBA history.
Knocks it down off the step back.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Simmons. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
The post-shot confidence is everything. He's still running down the court, holding his extension.
Chicago basketball. Done to Parker. Takes stock of the floor. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
Chris Dunn's game got better in year 2, going up almost 10 points. But there was a lot of controversy surrounding him going into the offseason, really questioning whether he was willing to put in the time and effort in the gym.
Runner's good there.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Here's Simmons with it up top. They trail by 1. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, I'm going to say something that people probably won't like, but guess what? I don't care. I'm already crowning Ben Simmons as a top 5 playmaker in the league. His first true season, he had 18 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. He could finish around the rim and make everybody else around him look great. There's no doubt about it. He has all the ingredients to be the heir to the throne.
Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
That's called a heat check right there. Surprised he missed that one. That was an open look.
To Embiid. For 3. His first effort off the mark. To Wendell Carter. Deep left corner. Parker at his core, he is dangerous. Jabari Parker, wide open, drills it.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
Ben Simmons at the line. And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Chicago with the possession. Ben Simmons, huge block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Embiid. Chandler's shot off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Jabari Parker rocking the rim.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Simmons. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Done. Joel Embiid sends it away. That's his first of the game.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Done. Beyond the arc for three. Offensive rebound. Mike Muscala rejects it. That's his first of the game.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Inside, he scores.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
To Chris Dunn. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't get the bounce. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation. A shot at the buzzer. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in Game 1. Jay and I are back after this. It's the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
Cruises inside for two.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
And count the basket.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Embiid, good for two.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
To Chris Dunn. The drive.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Markelle Fultz. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Bulls with it. Oh, they call the foul.
A simple touch foul.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Parker. To Wendell Carter. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
You know, the only reason why Wendell Carter didn't get a lot of fame coming out of Duke was that Marvin Bagley reclassified, and they were both in the same front court together. But let me break down some stats to you about who Wendell Carter is within Duke history. Finished second all-time, only amongst Duke freshmen in rebounds, block shots, and double-doubles. He had 16 his freshman year out of 36 games. That's why he'll be great at this level as well.
Stuffs it down with authority.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Jabari Parker. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
Ed, there's certain players that when you look at them, you say, just something seems slightly off. But it finally seems like Jabari Parker is rounding back into form. Just remember a couple of years ago, he was averaging 20 points per night.
Joel Embiid pins it. That's his third block this evening.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
It's Ben Simmons controlling the offense. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Simmons with it, trailing by 4. Down the lane to lay it in.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Here comes the screen. Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Bulls come away with it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Sixers have the basketball. Simmons. To Redick. Fires the 3. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Chris Dunn. From the painted area, won't go down. Lays it up and in.
Ooh, if I had that kind of vertical, I'd be throwing it off the glass and showing out. But the coaching staff is probably okay with an easy lay right there.
Dunn to Markkanen. Carter to Parker. 5 to shoot for the Bulls. Has a look. Jabari Parker. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field. Lauri Markkanen sends it away. 4th this contest.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Thanks, Ed. The Bulls have themselves a close game after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Chicago Bulls. The 76ers aren't down by too much at the half. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game drive. Bench points.
What I found interesting about that half of basketball is how the momentum stayed high even when the substitutions started coming into the game. These guys coming off the bench, from both benches actually, are doing a great job of making positive contributions.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on the show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Chicago possession. Dunn to Markkanen. Probing the defense. Dunn to Zach LaVine. And the rebound pulled down by Simmons. And counted at the rim.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
Joel Embiid.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Simmons into the front court. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Lauri Markkanen swats it. Ooh, 5 now.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Lets it fly from long range. Bulls have it. From the outside, no good.
I give this defense so much credit. Sometimes it pays major dividends to have players that are willing to get their nails dirty. Just dig their hands in the dirt. And that's what kind of stand they're making on the defensive end.
And the finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
Joel Embiid. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Old school equals high percentage.
He was hacked. They let it go. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Chris Dunn at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. Missed the second. 0 for 2. To Simmons. Cashes in for 2.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Taken by the Sixers. Into the front court comes Simmons. Leads a bucket. To Embiid. Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. LaVine. To Chris Dunn. From long range, he took the bait and he hits.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Redick. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Chris Dunn. Driving right to the basket. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Chris Dunn at the line. Knocks down the first.
Good shot, baby.
And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Simmons with it. His group now down 2. Redick with a shot, no good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Sixers have it.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
Gets a look. Can't hit. Knocked loose. Tight space with the crossover. Has a chance. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
Rock-a-bye, baby. Oh, yeah, he rocked him to sleep on that one.
Runner's good there.
And don't you dare think about the fourth quarter yet. The only quarter that matters is the one you're playing in right now. Finish strong.
Dunn to Levine. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Ben Simmons at the line. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. It's Chicago ball. To Chris Dunn. Trying to cash in. Dunn shot, that misses. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in think you can get more at the rim.
Substitution being made in this one. Fultz. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Just off the mark.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Oh, a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Nope. First one does not go. the mark. 0 for 2 at the line. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Markelle Fultz. Late heave to beat the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Bulls have the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Sixers control it. And score. Strong take.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Done. Great feed. Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Knocked loose. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. Gets a shot up off the mark.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Oh, with the foul, and a chance coming up at the line.
No. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
First one, count it. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Bulls with the basketball. Knocked loose. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. This will stay with the Bulls. Parker. Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to go in.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
From the painted area, won't go down.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Simmons. And a nice finish at the rim.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Bulls with the
You
block.
play LeBron, or you don't stick
Joel
with it.
Embiid with the block. Incredible. 6 tonight. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by J.J. Redick.
Oh, yeah, I play live one, man. We can get down on that, man. NBA Live, court battles, and live run. I get down with that, bro. We can do that, man. I like the live court run. I do that too, but
Levine.
I haven't had nobody to do it with. I always been doing league, but I do that. Live run.
Shot by
2 on 2,
Dunn, no
5
good.
on 5.
Redick
Court
with
battles.
his
We
guys
can play
now
a different
down
court
by
just
a
live,
point.
man. I do that.
And one. Embiid. Good.
Let's
Through
go.
the contact.
Let's talk
And
about,
going to the
man.
line.
Good,
Chance of
boy.
a three-point play.
Oh,
There's so
that's
much
what I'm
excitement
talking
about
about.
the
Getting
player.
up,
But
man.
everybody looks at the
Playoff
player.
time.
More
Come on,
people
get
need to
up.
pay attention to the guy at the
Bulls
end of
is
the
getting
bench.
the best
The
of us,
strength and
man.
conditioning
Hey,
coach. Because this kid's
Chris
been putting in the
Dunn,
time and
the
effort
Dunn
every day in
players.
the weight room.
Let's go Sixers. That's what I'm talking about, man. Oh. That's what I'm talking about.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line.
Joel Embiid coming up big, man. Let's come
Hits
on.
the foul shot.
Don't mess him down. Please.
Done to Markkanen.
Oh, damn that play.
Inside, he scores.
Oh, we got
He traveled low-key, emoji happy tears, emoji happy tears, emoji happy
I've
tears.
never seen something like this before.
We can't
It was
lose
so
game
contagious,
one.
Everybody started to do it, and then ultimately
We need
led
it.
the other
We
team
can't
to
lose game one.
That's an epidemic.
I don't want to lose game one. Chicago's very good. We don't want to lose game one. Don't want to lose it.
To Markkanen.
Don't want to lose game one. Step on defense. Hold him
Nothing
up.
going here on that drive.
Yes, get the rebound. Let's go.
Seems like a lot of
here we
contact on that
go.
play. If I were that player, I would pull the
Drive it in, drive it in.
talk to him, express to him how much contact there was, so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time
150
down the
left.
road.
And
We gotta get
foul.
game one.
Very close.
We
Free
remember one
throws
seed. We
coming
can't,
up.
they can't get
This
it.
drives me nuts
Not game
when I see
one. We
fouls
need
like
this.
that being called
We
in a
need the
close
first game.
Sometimes you just gotta let 'em play,
Second
man.
game in between,
Wilson
but we need the
Chandler
first
at the
one.
line.
I don't want to be down 0-1.
First try.
God,
no good.
go. Ah.
Knocks down the second after missing the first. To Zach LaVine. Short jumper won't go down.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Chicago with the possession. Dunn to Parker. Nothing going here on that drive. To Markkanen. Chicago with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Jumper's good.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Simmons to Embiid. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Joel Embiid trying to cash in on a 3-point play. He struggled so far. Embiid's free throw good. A 3-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. Bulls with it. Dunn to Parker. To Chris Dunn. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Colts with the basketball. Up 5. For 3. Oh, they could have really used that one, but the shot's no good. Markkanen to Chris Dunn. Shot from the lane won't go. And now an intentional foul. So they'll send him to the line. 2 free throws here means it's a 3-possession game.
Some players are built to handle these moments. On one end, you just sparked
Keep
your
the
team,
lead
and at the
3-0
same
more
time,
seconds.
you also got under your opponent's skin. You just want to manage through the emotions here and not
Yes,
take
sir.
it too far.
We're going to get game one, man. I'm happy about it. Think the Sixers will get game one. Oh, man, this was a hard game. The Bulls, I thought, would win, man. They
Able to convert.
If you would have tuned in around the second, third quarter, man, the Bulls are going to take this.
It's just
At
their
least
first
game
of the
one.
final 3 minutes. That leaves them with
They
one
look like
more.
they're going to take game one, man. So I don't know what happened, but we found something in us. We don't have Coventry no more. Maybe that hurt us, you know? We got to play even harder. We don't got Coventry. We got some other guys to fill in. But, man. Dang. Woo! All right, 26.9.
Dunn lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't
I'm
hear
from Chicago, so it's bittersweet.
Oh, okay, no doubt. Okay, you from Chicago. Okay, much love to Chicago. Bittersweet.
The first free throw.
So you know you're going for the Bulls. You're going to be going for the Bulls, man. We're in the playoffs. The Bulls was the 8th seed. They made the playoffs. I'm doing season 4 franchise mode. You know, this is the most exciting time to playoffs. I did the whole season. I just finished the other day. Now the playoff game, I started tonight.
Need a quick shot.
There was other teams that played too. But I started mine tonight. I think Sacramento, Utah played yesterday. The day before last, OKC and Phoenix Suns. We still got a long series. Game 2 is in Philly first two, then Game 3 and 4 is in Chicago. The Bulls got a nice lineup though. Chris Dunn.
Joel Embiid.
Get out of here. There we go.
With the
Got it.
block.
Good
Make
defense.
that
Right
seven.
there.
Beyond the arc for
They
3.
not don't know them where this year for real in real life though. The Bulls freaking suck for the most
Way
part.
to stay with it.
Probably option
Yes,
3 right there in the
talking
court, but
about
every
Sixers
player
gonna
is a
take
threat.
game
No
1.
excuse for that easy
Let's
bucket.
go Sixer Nation. 1-0 in the 4-game series. It's all right. It's okay, what is it? 60-61. It's all right. And the Sixers take game 1. Let's go Sixer Nation.
Down in front.
Lead the series 1-all. Let's go Sixers.
For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers almost let this one get away from them, but they managed to get the victory. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Here are the guys who put up the most points. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Bulls are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. Sure, it's great they shot so well from 3, but none of that really matters when your team has one more loss to show for it. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Chicago Bulls.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Simmons could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.
first round of the NBA playoffs continues as we get ready for Game 2 on EA Sports. We're at Wells Fargo Center, where tonight the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Chicago Bulls. Seated next to Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Sixers coming into play. They were winners in Game 1, as expected, on their home floor. They'll look to build on that advantage here at home in Game 2.
And Game 1 went as expected. But now, as the higher seed, you still got to take care of business in Game 2. As a road team, all you're looking to do is split one of these first 2 games.
Ben Simmons pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
He was all over him. Markkanen. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal. To Embiid. Rebound taken in by Chicago. To Chris Dunn. To Wendell Carter. Inside, he scores.
You know, the only reason why Wendell Carter didn't get a lot of fame coming out of Duke was that Marvin Bagley reclassified, and they were both in the same front court together. But let me break down some stats to you about who Wendell Carter is within Duke history. Finished second all-time, only amongst Duke freshmen in rebounds, block shots, and double-doubles. He had 16 his freshman year out of 36 games. That's why he'll be great at this level as well.
Embiid. To Simmons. Goes to the left side. Here's a chance from long range. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Simmons. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
Zach LaVine, his first effort, off the mark. Short jumper, won't fall.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
To Chris Dunn. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Joel Embiid missed his first. That one goes.
Can we take a second to talk about the most gregarious personality in the NBA? We don't trust in the process. No. We're beyond the process. Joel Embiid has emerged as this generation's Shaquille O'Neal, and he's done it in a variety of ways. He's a dominant big who doesn't shy away from the physicality of the game. Probably the reason why he was up for Defensive Player of the Year. And also, he has a personality that baits you into a conversation whether you like it or not. And he's pretty hysterical. This kid is going to be a star in the league.
Oh! And he can't keep it in off the block. Man, that was impressive. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Parker. Jabari Parker rocking the rim. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
To Simmons. Beyond the arc for 3. That's rebounded by Chicago. LaVine. A lot of contact, no whistle.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
To Parker. Fires the 3. Did enough to bother Jabari Parker. Shot off the mark. Can't connect from in close.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
To Parker. Shot from the lane won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Chicago with the possession. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. It goes down.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
3-pointer at the buzzer. Almost. It would have counted, but it's no good. And that does it for the first quarter. Very even first quarter, tied at 12 to start the second, and it's underway. Here comes the screen. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
4-3. Not getting the bounce. Simmons to McConnell. Has a chance. Oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Short jumper off the mark. To Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. He's 2 for 2 now.
You know, I'm going to say something that people probably won't like, but guess what? I don't care. I'm already crowning Ben Simmons as a top 5 playmaker in the league. His first true season, he had 18 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. He could finish around the rim and make everybody else around him look great. There's no doubt about it. He has all the ingredients to be the heir to the throne.
Lopez. From the painted area, won't go down.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
They'll get it down low to Lopez.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. perfect feed to set up the basket.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes two of us.
And the nice finish at the rim.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay, but you're definitely not fooling me twice.
To Markkanen. Short jumper won't go down. Markelle Fultz gets it in the left corner. Redick. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Fultz to Redick. Trying to cash in. J.J. Redick. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
And count the basket inside.
This game is so mental. Trust me. Some nights you give poor effort defensively, you can't make any shots. Then you see the ball go in, boom, switch turned on.
Redick working hard on the glass. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Bulls come away with it. To Chris Dunn. No good. Defense catching a break there. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. To Redick. For three. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Bulls with the basketball. Dunn to Markkanen. Driving right to the basket. Markkanen slams it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Now whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. McConnell. Lets it fly from long range. Not that time. He misses. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Dunn to Parker. Has a look. Shot by Dunn, no good. From long range. Good for three.
And that's what this game is. As the game plays, you have to adjust on the fly. That delivers the element of surprise.
Dunn to Wendell Carter. Fires the three. Another chance. Carter to Parker. Levine buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
T.J. McConnell, like Rocky, he loves the tough situations.
The post-shot confidence is everything. He's still running down the court, holding his extension.
Joel Embiid tips it. Second block in this quarter. We've reached halftime here in Game 2. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The 76ers have built a comfortable lead, and the offensive glass was their domain. They score plenty of second chance points, asserting themselves in the paint. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Bulls have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. These are the guys getting buckets for the Chicago Bulls.
Game track. Bench points.
The Chicago Bulls had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone their bench players. They really need to adjust for the depth of this opposing team and figure out how to slow them down.
Player of the half.
Simmons is up in the air swatting shots. When he's not doing that, he's down on the floor making steals. Who wouldn't be impressed by a first half like that?
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Chicago basketball. Dunn to Zach LaVine. Here comes the screen. Zach LaVine. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
A two-time dunk champion, I love watching Zach LaVine play. But you can't become obsessed with just attacking the rim. You have to continue to expand your game and really give Chicago that lead guard that they haven't had since D. Rose.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Chris Dunn's game got better in year 2, going up almost 10 points. But there was a lot of controversy surrounding him going into the offseason, really questioning whether he was willing to put in the time and effort in the gym.
J.J. Redick at the line. And hits the first free throw. Hits the second. One more coming. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. To LaVine. Dunn. Going to launch beyond the arc. Rebound taken by the Sixers. Embiid to Simmons. Here's a chance from long range. They need something to go down. It's no good. Dunn to Wendell Carter. Goes reverse to lay it in.
It's the mindset of Wendell Carter that really is the most impressive thing. He has an old-school mentality on the basketball court. He can play with his back towards the basket. He actually gives the guard a target to throw the ball to down low on the block. He'll actually hit you on the screen and try to knock you over, but also possesses the new era type skill to run.
Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Markkanen. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Oh, Ben Simmons looking good. 4 for 5.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
To Redick. Beyond the arc for 3. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Levine to Wendell Carter. Wendell Carter powers it through. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Simmons has a chance. Chandler's shot off the mark.
And this guy's going to come out of this game with bruises all over his body like a major heavyweight fight. He took some hard fouls in the first half. That's really deterred him from being aggressive.
Sixers call for time as he'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Markelle Fultz fires the 3. He drills the 3.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Bulls with it. Dunn to Parker. Trying to cash in. Parker's shot off the mark. Curling inside. The Bulls with the rebound. Not that time.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Dunn passed it off and stuffs it home. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this 4th quarter because the first 3...
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
It's Chicago ball. Dunn. Sizing up the defense. Here's Lopez, down low. From the painted area, won't go down. Deep 3, at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. The quarter's concluded. It's the Sixers out in front. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Smith now into the front court. Lead stands at 7. 4-3. Missed it. Chicago possession. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
The 7th pick overall. Lauri Markkanen had an exquisite rookie season. Ending the year, all-rookie first team. Even executive VP John Paxson of the Bulls organization referred to him as the cornerstone of the franchise.
Bulls have it. Knocked loose. Sixers have it.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
False. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Done. So Wendell Carter. Inside, he scores.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Fultz with the basketball. Leads 3. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Sixers have the basketball. Nice pass to get things going.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
To Parker. Markkanen. To Zach LaVine. Down to 5 on the 24. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Did enough to bother Jabari Parker. Shot off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Parker. To Markkanen. Ben Simmons with the block. That's his 3rd block this evening.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today,
slams it home on the putback.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
The drive, right to the basket. Oh, Ben Simmons. He's now 5 for 6.
This guy has posted 12 triple-doubles in his first full rookie year. That's his 2nd most by any rookie in NBA history while leading his team to the Eastern Conference Finals. But how about this? When's the last time we said the most effective player maybe in the league has a glaring weakness? He was 0 of 11 from the three-point line for the entire year, did not make one three-point shot. And how about free throws? He shot 56% from the free throw line. You know who shot better? Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan. But with all that being said, this young man still finds himself in a position to be one of the most dominant players in NBA history.
Zach LaVine at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throw up and good as he finishes off the three-point play. The lead is down to 6. Simmons to Redick. For 3. Oh, they could have really used that one, but the shot's no good. Joel Embiid Hits again. He's 3 for 4.
Now that the process has been established, it's going to be fun to see how much better Joel Embiid can be this season. Everybody heard about his arduous offseason workout program, but the thing I love about him the most, he always works on his game, even if he's dunking on random fans on vacation.
Simmons lets it fly from long range. No good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Misses the first. Missed the second as well. To Redick. From long range. Message received. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Embiid. And the finish at the rim.
Joel Embiid looking to take his game to a completely different level after working out with one of the best trainers in the league this offseason. An all-star for the first time last year, averaging 23 points. Safe to say, no longer trust the process. Joel Embiid is the process.
Levine fires the three. Rebound cleared by Philly. Going to launch beyond the arc. That no good. Off the mark. Dunn to Levine. Jabari Parker rocking the rim.
Ed, there's certain players that when you look at them, you say, just something seems slightly off. But it finally seems like Jabari Parker is rounding back into form. Just remember a couple of years ago, he was averaging 20 points per night.
Deep three at the buzzer. The Sixers are victorious. They've taken the upper hand in this best-of-7 series. A 2-games-to-none lead. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
The EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers got the win in a close game. The statistic that seems to stand out in 3D is their assists. So many of their points were made possible by their team chemistry, and it was great to see. Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Bulls must be devastated after such a close loss. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in a zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.